Apologize for the lateness, everybody. Welcome back to the Big Blue in the Bronx YouTube channel. Thanks, everybody, for joining. Big game tonight. Big game tonight. World Series game number 3. This one's being held in Atlanta. Another game tomorrow. And then I believe they stay there one more day. And then they go back to Houston. Obviously, if what do you call it? If Atlanta does not sweep or Houston does not sweep. But with that being said, shouts to Lamario in the chat. I think that's a hockey kind of logo. We're one subscriber away from 300, so let's try to make it happen tonight. They just did a ceremony really for Hank Aaron. See, I just thought of it that, and I'm gonna fix my camera in a moment. I just thought of it that they're probably, if the Braves win, it's going to be like what they did with Kobe Bryant last year in the Lakers. So that's also something that has added onto my list and why I'm rooting for the Atlanta Braves. I want to see Freddie Freeman win a ring. And, the Braves aren't necessarily, the Yankees of the world or some of these other teams. They're a different team. They're not the Dodgers. They're not the Astros. But, they have some good pitching. They have some good hitters. And, I'm rooting for the Braves. I've said it before. I'll say it again. So let me just try to fix this here. It's a little crooked. I think that's good, actually. Maybe twist it a little this way. I get it. It's a little crooked. But you know what? We'll make it work. Shouts to everybody in the chat. Let me change the colors so I can get the scoreboard up and running. Obviously, get to some sports topics. I got to read the lineup out to you guys as well. Quickly switch into I 0. All right, so let's get that scoreboard up on the board. All right, so here is the Houston Astros starting lineup for tonight. Jose Altuve will bat first to second base. Batting second in right field is Michael Brantley. Batting third at third base is Alex Bregman. Batting fourth in left field is Yordan Alvarez. Batting fifth is the shortstop, Carlos Correa. Batting sixth is Kyle Tucker in center. Batting seventh is Yuli Gurriel at first base. Batting eighth is Martin Maldonado behind the plate. And batting ninth is Luis Garcia, who is starting tonight's game. Remember, they are in a National League ballpark. Then you have the Atlanta Braves lineup. Eddie Rosario will bat first and left. Batting second is Freddie Freeman at first. Batting third is Ozzie Albies at second base. Batting fourth, the cleanup hitter, Austin Riley at third. Jorge Soler will bat fifth in right field. Batting sixth is Adam Duvall in center. Batting seventh is Travis d'Arnaud. Almost said Chase d'Arnaud there. Batting, he's behind the plate. Batting eighth, Dansby Swanson. The shortstop. Batting ninth is Ian Anderson, the starting pitcher. So it's going to be a fun game. Going to be a very fun game. I hope you guys join us for the journey along the way. Got some interesting stuff along the way. Huge announcement coming in December, probably after the second week of December. I'll have a huge announcement which concerns some of the channel, which concerns some other things as well. Let me shade this over here a little quick, as it seems a little darker. We're not going to do Boys in Big Apple this Monday because the Chiefs game versus the Giants is on, and I kind of want to watch the Manning cast a little bit. So there's some background and inside of that. We'll probably shoot for Wednesday, but also as well, the Knicks game is on, and with the way I've been trying to do the Boys in Big Apple podcast since I am the host, not that the other opinions don't matter or anything. I just really don't want to be in the middle of a game, not for competition, just like, I got to focus on this team. Meanwhile, I got to do a podcast. So, I'm going to take a look and see some things right now, but it's going to be that point in the season where we're going to have to deal with some games during our airtime. So we might, okay. So they do have a couple of games that intertwine with the schedule, but that doesn't matter because, we'll shoot and go either way. So a little cloudy in Atlanta, 90% humidity, 5-mile-an-hour winds. Very exciting game. As I said before, guys, looks like they're all taking Troy Snitker and Brian Snitker. I didn't know that Troy Snitker, the brother of Brian Snitker, was the hitting coach. But, so our umpires for tonight's game, Tom Hallion behind the plate, Ted Barrett at first, Mike Michlinski or I think it's actually pronounced Molinsky at second. Alfonso Marquez is at third, Chris Conroy in left field, and Ron Kolpa in right field. 51 degrees and rain like it is here. I think it's a little warmer, but there's some wind, there's some rain where I am, but obviously, that's not the point right now. This game is the point. Ian Anderson, I believe he made his major league debut against the Yankees, and he did very well because the Yankees were in Atlanta last year. Let me try to get his. I'm pretty sure he made his. He's from New York, but not like the city, New York. Ian Anderson. Hopefully they don't, delay the game because I really don't want to do that in terms of. He debuted in a doubleheader against the Yankees, but Altuve will step into the plate as we try to make it through this rainy Friday night. Ian Anderson is ready. Jose Altuve is ready. Let's do it. The first pitch is just down and away. We are underway. Ian Anderson's stats on the year. Most notably in the postseason, 1-0, 2.25 ERA, 12 innings pitched, and 12 strikeouts. Pitch is down. The count is 2-0. Jose Altuve, who is up at the plate, he has an average of 200 right now in the postseason. And he's hit 4 home runs, 8 RBIs, 1 stolen base. Count is 3-0. Altuve ahead in the count, so he's got to throw a right down the pipe strike unless they do swing 3-0. But a mixture of fastballs and changeups for Ian Anderson to start the day. And here's the pitch. Ooh, that's a little lower than the box, but it's called a strike, so the count is 3-1. Anderson nodding his head yes to the next pitch signal. High fly ball. That is fouled away. That was a little high. I'm surprised he swung at it, but now the count is full at 3-2. So interesting to see what happens here. Braves fans up and at him, clapping, hoping for a strikeout to start off the game. Here's the 3-2. And that is down, so he will walk, and Michael Brantley will come to the plate. So I got 2 different cups tonight, so I don't run out of water. I got my Yankees cup, and I got my regular cup. So you know what? Suck it. Michael Brantley in the postseason, he's had a good postseason. 352 batting average, no home runs, surprisingly, 9 ribbies, 1 stolen base, 19 hits. So very good in terms of those stats. And then he was hitting 311 on the year with only 8 home runs. But that must be due to maybe he didn't play a lot of games. He played only 13 games. If that's not the playoffs, so that's got to be the playoffs. Yeah. First pitch of Brantley is in there for a strike. Okay, let me do regular season. So he played a total of 121 games in the regular season. So he did play. Once again, surprisingly, only 8 home runs. Usually more of a power hitter. Altuve takes his lead off of first base, and he will try to get picked off there. Not in time, so he'll jump up and get back on the base. Once again, guys, if you haven't already, like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you know when a live stream pops for your drops. 1 away, please. 1 away from 300. Let's make it happen tonight. Glancing over at first is Anderson. Now he gets in the stretch. Here's the pitch. Just a tad outside. Looked like a 2-seam fastball. And the count is 1-1. May have been a sinker as well. Sometimes I have trouble distincting pitches, but you know what? That's okay. If you're a Braves fan, Astros fan, MLB fan, please hit that subscribe button. We do a show weekly where we just talk sports, nothing just New York based. We talk about everything. So please subscribe. 1-1 count to Michael Brantley. Here's the pitch. There's a ground ball right to Anderson, who flipped the second one on to first. It's a double play and a nice start. After a walk, he rebounds a little bit with a double play right back to him. So 2-away here, which will bring up Alex Bregman. Bregman, he's had an okay postseason. Not too much to talk about. 1 home run, 6 RBIs, and a 239 batting average. That home run, I believe, coming against the Red Sox, which is a game we called. So Dansby Swanson, they were shifting for Brantley, which you see that a lot. Teams don't care anymore. Whether it's 2 outs, it's 1 out, or no outs, they're going to shift. And it's going to be interesting to see if MLB gets rid of that shift sometime soon. I don't think it will. So the first pitch to Bregman is down and away, barely snipped the plate, or I should say bounced before the plate. So as I mentioned, 0 for 7 in the World Series. In the World Series so far, he's 0 for 7 with 3 strikeouts. Pitch. 2 breaking balls that have not been working. It seems like very late release for Ian Anderson. So the count is 2-0, both curveballs. Anderson probably needs to go back to his fastball here, but he doesn't want to give anything up that's right in the heart of the zone, or else he's going to be taken deep. Here's the pitch. In there, right on the inside corner. Count is 2-1. The 2-1 pitch to Alex Bregman. Taking a little bit, and Alex Bregman calls time as expected. Let me retweet that. Here's the pitch from Ian Anderson. Inside, but called a strike by Tom Hallion. Count moves to 2-2. So the Atlanta crowd probably on their feet at this moment. Everybody's up. Everybody's wet because of the rain. The 2-2 pitch to Alex Bregman. Here's the pitch just outside. The count is 3-2. Facing another full count today. And Anderson, 14 pitches so far, which is a little higher than expected. But you know what? You're facing the Astros. You're facing good lineup. You're facing a lineup that has some plate discipline. They've really shown that so far, for the most part. 3-2 pitch from Anderson. And he walked another batter. So that was a curveball, a failed curveball, third failed curveball of the at-bat, which will bring up Yordan Alvarez. Just for some reference, and they have Tom Bertucci in the dugout. But obviously we have no reporters or anything because I'm just doing this. Yordan Alvarez is up at the plate, hitting .410. 410 in the postseason so far. 2 home runs, 9 ribbies, and then he had a pretty impressive year. 33 home runs. I think it's 104 RBIs he had. Yeah. It's not too much of a shift for Alvarez. Here's the pitch. And high pop-up. This should be in left field. Rosario's there, and he will end the inning. 2 walks, 1 runner stranded, nothing else going for the Houston Astros. Coming back for the Atlanta Braves, it will be the man who made the play, Eddie Rosario, Freddie Freeman, and Ozzie Albies. So pretty interesting inning there. Let me change the tone and the scoreboard so we get updated here. Already through 1 inning of baseball. It took about 10 minutes, but it's no problem with me. I'm not a guy that's going to be fretting on pace of play. Yeah, here we are. If you guys want to comment, I mean, shout outs to Tudo in the chat. Content legend of all times. Thank you, Tudo. Much appreciated. If some of you guys in the chat, if you're just coming here, if you've been here, who are you guys rooting for in the World Series? I'm rooting for the Braves. This is like, I would say, similar to the National League, similar to an American League Rays team, maybe. I don't think they have that much high of a payroll. They have a couple of reclamation projects that have worked out for them. Jorge Soler, Travis d'Arnaud, Eddie Rosario, who was a guy in Minnesota. Thank you very much. I have been told by a lot of, and this is not joking, by the way, I've been told by a lot of people that that I have a voice built for radio. It's not the first time I've heard that, but doesn't make it any less of a comment. Let me look up the payroll for the Braves. It shouldn't be too high. Let's see, MLB payroll. Obviously, my team was second, and they got eliminated in the wild card, so that must tell you something. So the Atlanta Braves have the 15th biggest payroll, which is split in half of the league. Obviously, 30 teams. With the Yankees and the Mets 2 and 3, Dodgers 1, obviously, and the Houston Astros have the 6th highest payroll. So take that as you wish. But I'm really rooting for this team. I'm really rooting for the Braves, Freddie Freeman, Hank Aaron. As I said earlier, it's a story like what they did with Kobe last year. Obviously, for most of you or any of you who really don't know, Kobe Bryant died last year, and the Lakers won the championship. And then, here, Hank Aaron, he passed away, and now they're trying to do it for him. So that would be a very glorious thing to do. So Luis Garcia is on the mound. This postseason, he has 3 starts, 1-1, 9.64 ERA, which is not good. 9 1/3 innings pitched, 7 walks, 12 strikeouts, 2 home runs given up, and a .216 opposing batting average. 2 says, we all strongly believe NYG could beat KC losers if they play organized, disciplined, and physical without any mistakes or penalties. Yeah, penalties was a big thing last week. And we'll see if Patrick Mahomes takes his anger out on the Giants from his brother posting ridiculous TikToks. That would annoy me too if my brother did that. But thank God my brother's not Jackson Mahomes. Especially what he did with the Washington football team. What he did with Sean Taylor's, All right, so Eddie Rosario, he's had a good postseason, 426, 3 home runs, 11 RBIs. He had that big 3-run home run. I believe it was against the Braves last series, actually, in Atlanta. Game was tied at 1. And here's the first pitch from Garcia to Rosario. That is a up-high fastball, and the count is at 1-0. Obviously, it'll cool down there, so you will see the breath, the exhale coming out of players' mouths and obviously out of their noses. Garcia, the pitch. High pop up to the left side. Will this dunk in? It will not, but it's going to be dunking in, but it'll dunk in foul. So, Yordan Alvarez and Alex Bregman did not get there fast enough. I would have played for NYG without any unnecessary roughness or chop block rules. I would take the wind out of Patrick Mahomes and all his teeth. Well, I mean, the Titans were pretty close to that last week. I mean, well, they actually did because Chad Henne played a couple of snaps. But good for Patrick Mahomes that he didn't get concussed. I never root for that on a player. But hopefully the Giants beat them on Monday, which is not really something I have too much confidence in, but we'll see what happens. I'm not going to get too overhyped. Pitch from Garcia. Fouled away. Count is 1-2. He has a similar stretch movement to Nestor Cortez, because Cortez does that thing where it's like with the leg, and he tries to fool the hitter, and pretty similar, but it's got to work. And I don't know if he did that in the past, meaning Garcia, but unfortunately, the umpires got really sick of it, and they got rid of Nestor Cortez's little movement with the legs. They are shifting for Rosario, the 1-2 pitch, and he did not go. That was a breaking ball in the dirt. The count is 2-2. So 2-2 pitch from Garcia to Rosario. I feel like somebody's going to call timeout. Maybe, maybe not. Here's the pitch. Down in the dirt and 3-2. And that's the third 3-2 count we have had today. First for the Braves. I'll be thrown out and fine every NFL game because I'll target and hunt down any ball carrier like a guided missile, destroy anyone who stands in my way. Gotta give you that, too, though. Gotta give you that. 3-2 pitch as Yimi Garcia steps back on the rubber. Now they're doing the tomahawk chop at Truist Park. The 3-2 pitch. And check swing, did he go? Tom Hallion said he went. And he does not like the call. And he is very upset. I don't blame him, but let's take a look. And, of course, they're going to show Luis Garcia. Not a perfect timing, Fox. Not a perfect timing. That I got to see the replay on that. Because, it's one thing if you check with the third base umpire, but it's also one thing if the umpire takes it himself. It's got to be really obvious, in my opinion, for the home plate umpire to take it himself. But regardless of anything, that's not a good angle. He may have went. Let's take a look. No, he did not go. That's a terrible call. That's a freaking terrible call. Anyway, Freddie Freeman's in the box now, batting second. Bit of a gift there for Garcia. Here's the pitch to Freeman. This one is a high fly ball. A lot of opposite field hitting. Will this dunk in? No, it will be caught by Yordan Alvarez. 2 away, which will bring up Ozzie Albies. Yeah, a very terrible call by Hallion there. I don't understand how that's how he went, but I guess that's why he's been in in the league so many years. But I don't know. Does he take over for Joe West as the league's terrible umpire after Joe West retires? I don't know. All right, so Ozzie Albies will be in the plate. Once again, as I did mention, a lot of teams don't care how many outs there are. They are shifting. And we have seen a lot of opposite field hitting. Here's the pitch to Albies. It is a curveball in the dirt. Count is 1-0. Albies with a 280 average so far in the postseason. 2 RBIs. Not necessarily any home runs. He had 30 this past year, 259 batting average. So, better than some of the Yankees. Jealous of the Braves that they have, made it here. I can't say that I'm not jealous. Maldonado, I believe, is a free agent after the year. So, maybe some teams will pick up a backup catcher. I mean, he is starting for Houston, so that must mean something, right? Pitch from Garcia. And swing and a miss. The count is 1-1. Nine pitches so far for Garcia, which really isn't bad. Is not bad at all. 1-1 pitch. Ew, did he get him? No, it did not get him. So it's going to be 2-1 from Garcia to Albies. As I mentioned, Garcia, above 9 ERA. Well, it's probably dropping now because he got the first 2 outs of the inning. But just to look at Garcia's stats on the year, 11-8, 3.48 ERA. Not terrible, but obviously he struggled in this postseason. Here's the pitch to Ozzie Albies. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. This would also be awesome if the Braves won the World Series in the way, because, obviously I mentioned Hank Aaron, and, that'd be a kind of Kobe Bryant. I apologize, my mic disconnected. But also, this would be Ronald Acuna Jr. is out for the year, so that would be a tremendous accomplishment for the Braves if they won. But they're serious underdogs right now. Pitch 3-2 count to Ozzie Albies. To be honest with you guys, I have Houston winning the World Series. I really haven't justified in terms of games. They're going to win this many games. They're going to win this many games. I have not made a decision in terms of that yet. But when I came out with my first bracket, I originally had Houston beating the Dodgers because I thought, the Dodgers with their huge payroll would make it, and also Houston proving everybody wrong. They still have yet to do that. Pitch is just outside, so Ozzie Albies will walk. I believe that's another 3-2 count. So I've seen a lot of discipline so far from these two teams. in terms of plate. Obviously, there's that steel base, steel taco. That makes me hungry right now. Makes me really hungry right now. So, with that being said, up to the plate is Austin Riley, who had that big hit in, I believe, it was game 1 or 2 for the Braves in the National League Championship Series. 245 batting average in the postseason, 2 home runs, 6 RBIs. He obviously had a big home run that tied the game. Here's the pitch, just outside. The count is 1-0. Guys, have already, please like, comment, subscribe to our post notifications so you know when live stream pops through drops. We are 1 away from 300 subscribers, so please let's get there tonight. Let's not wait any longer. Time was called on the play, and now everybody at Truist Park is doing the tomahawk chop. Digging in Riley on a 1-0 count. Here's the pitch. Down outside. The count is 2-0. So he's trying to throw 2 straight fastballs. Really hasn't gotten there. So maybe he tries to put in the off speed. But then again, the last time I gave a pitcher advice, that pitcher gave a home run. I think that was in the Boston series or was in the Braves-Dodgers series, one of the games I called. Here's the pitch. In the dirt, the count is 3-0, so they got to be really, I don't know. I'm trying to put it in words, but they're obviously going to throw a fastball right here, right down the plate to get a 3-1 count and then move from there. But both sides have had their struggles in terms of walks and throwing balls so far. Tudo, I'll read your comment in just a second. So they do have a shift on for Riley. Not really an opposite field guy, so it's going to be a task for him. The pitch is actually a curveball, it looked like. Count is 3-1. I've programmed and prioritized your live content to our in our main projector media room, so every time you come live, our entire team gets notified and watch your show. Paisano made you famous. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Paisano. I am partially Italian, so that I guess that plays into it. Swing and a miss. Looks like Austin Riley was trying to put that into the left field seats. Now Maldonado is calling out signs with a 3-2 count, 2 outs. Likely they are sending Ozzie Albies on first to go. That's what you're supposed to do, really, with 2 outs. Trust me, there's teams that actually don't send the runner with 2 outs on a 3-2 count, but I guess everybody has a way of doing things. 18 pitches so far for Garcia. Riley digging in. Garcia on the rubber. Looking for a sign. Goes with the stretch. The 3-2. Swing and a miss. Nice comeback by Garcia. Obviously, in the beginning of the inning, began with an Eddie Rosario strikeout. Very tough situation, but Garcia gets out of it. We go to the top of the second. Score is 0-0 with no hits at all, but a total between the two teams, total of 3 walks combined. So let's switch this up. We go to the top of the second. You guys have any questions, sports related or any of those type of things, please feel free to comment. I'm always happy to answer questions, talk about certain subjects in the sports world. Let's take a look. Yeah, that's actually a good color. As I said, guys, I hate to advertise it a bunch of times because I'm not really this sort of guy, but we are 1 away from 300. 1 away from 300. So can we hit it tonight, please? Appreciate all of you. Obviously, started this channel going back to April of last year. So we've made some progress. Definitely, I've met a lot of great people along the way, and the road doesn't stop at 300. The road does not stop at 300 subscribers. I really didn't think I would get this get this far. I originally started a channel at least twice before, and they really haven't worked. They really didn't work out. I never really put my focus into them like this, but hey, gotta start somewhere. Gotta start somewhere. So for the Houston Astros coming up in the top half of the second, it will be Carlos Correa, the big free agent guy going on the market after the World Series. Then it's Kyle Tucker and Yuli Gurriel. Obviously there's that question in the air for Yankee fans. Do you want Carlos Correa? Do you not want Carlos Correa? Um, I would rather just, maybe me personally, I'd rather just stay in and bring up Oswaldo Peraza. That's me because, it, we've spent so much money, and I'm not a guy that defends spending little money, but we've spent so much money on guys that haven't worked out. It's not even funny. And we all know that Joey Gallo's contract's being paid for, and Odor's contract is being paid for by the Rangers, but those guys haven't worked out, and I can't say that developing prospects and all these other guys works out 100% of the time, because look at what Clint Frazier has turned into. But that's not really the Yankees' fault. It's not really, actually, no, it is the Yankees' fault. It's not really Frazier's fault all the way, because they really have been playing Brett Gardner in left field for the most part. Just my thoughts on that. If you guys hadn't caught the latest episode of the Boys Big Apple podcast, is a stupid controversy. It's the off season. Anyway, back to baseball. And back to relevant baseball, really. The count is 1-0 to Carlos Correa. Ian Anderson, 17 pitches, had 16 in the first. So, low pitch count for Anderson and pretty good pitch count. Count is 2-0, so a lot of getting ahead in the count for the hitters, but it seems like the pitchers have been winning the battle, or I should say, have been winning the war of the at-bats. The hitters, they get ahead in the count, but win the battle and lose the war. But then again, the war is this entire game. Fouled away for Correa. Pitch a tad inside. The count is 2-1. You know what? I'm going to show this after the inning, because I know a lot of teams, including the Yankees, don't really do these type of things. Anyway, popped in the right. Chasing is Soler. He'll have it. The count one away, so that will bring up Kyle Tucker. Tucker, of course, hitting .298 this postseason, 4 home runs, 15 RBIs, 4 stolen bases, and hit 30 home runs on the year in the regular season with a .294 batting average. If you know me, I really don't go into analytics a lot, even though I'm a younger guy, and a lot of people obviously would associate younger people with analytics. I'm not that type of guy. I have an old school mindset, and not that I don't like analytics, but you know what? I'm just more common sense. I don't rely on analytics for everything. Kyle Tucker will dig into the plate. And here's the pitch. High fly ball. That will be fouled away, and the count is 0-1. I have a little ant on my mic stand. I don't know why. And it's almost November, so I don't understand why these ants are still coming out. But nonetheless, count is 0-1 to Kyle Tucker. Here's the pitch. Just outside, the count is 1-1. Ian Anderson, Kevin Herter. Herter obviously being one of the players on the Atlanta Hawks. Was big for them last year. Count is 2-1. Both were on the baseball team at the same high school, actually. So that's a fun fact for some of you guys that don't know that. Obviously, I didn't know that till now. So obviously, because Fox just showed it. And they have a new scoreboard, which I'm getting used to. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. I don't know what he was swinging at there, but the count goes to 2-2. 2-2 pitch. Anderson looking for a sign from the windup. Here's the pitch. 3-2. It seems maybe that they don't have a grip on the ball because it's so wet outside. Maybe it's so cold. Well, I mean, it's generally cold, and it's not like they're in the north; they're in the south. Maybe it's just general a grip at it. Let's take a look. It's either a grip aspect or the fact that that front foot. It's weird. It's weird movement. High fly ball into right field. Second baseman is tracking. That's really the third baseman. That's Austin Riley. Because of the shift, that's two-way, but it's probably because either it's cold outside and they don't have a grip. And I'm speaking for both pitchers, but that front foot and the way he's platooning it. I don't know. I used to be a pitcher in high school, and it's different from the major leagues, but I don't like, no. But, platooning your foot like that could be an injury that happens in the future. I don't know. But anyway, Yuli Gurriel, the 37-year-old, is up at the plate, 340. Batting average, 1 home run, 9 RBIs this postseason. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike. The count is 0-1. Whew. Here's the pitch. In there, 0-2. I had no idea before a couple of weeks ago that Yuli Gurriel was actually 37. He was playing in I think a Korean baseball league or Japanese baseball league inside, so the count is 1-2. But I had no idea before the year. Some of these players, like I think Evan Gaddis there was a couple other players that played in like these independent leagues and you didn't know about. But here's a pitch to Gurriel. Strike 3. Got him looking at the bottom half of the zone. Ian Anderson with a nice inning once again. We go to the bottom of the second. It's 0-0. Astros and Braves. So let's take a look and transition to the red color. What? I deleted it? Damn it. I always do this to myself. Hold on a second. Here we are. I want to show something, though. I want to show something if I don't have anything else on my mind. Okay, so let's go to Twitter. Let's go to Twitter. I mean, this is it's not genius stuff. It's basic stuff, but a lot of teams this day and age really don't do this. This is Ron Washington, everybody. He is the infield coach for the Atlanta Braves, and he was the manager for the Texas Rangers for a while. He was with the A's for a little bit, I believe. A couple other teams. I believe that I believe San Diego wanted to interview him for the job. But this is basic baseball that a lot of teams don't work on. A lot of teams and listen, shout out to the Braves, man. Shout out to the Braves. I'm not sitting here, my second if I had to pick a second favorite team, honestly, it would be the Dodgers because they used to play in Brooklyn. But, shout out to the Braves, man. They have a real coach and Ron Washington. They have a real manager in Brian Snitker. I'm rooting for the Braves, and it's no disrespect in that aspect of the Astros, but you take a look at the Yankees, who really don't have a good fielding team. Their defense was garbage this past year, but you look at Ron Washington, who's been around the game a while now. He's working on if anyone doesn't know, I believe that's Freddie Freeman, and because I think he's working on picks. That maybe Riley or maybe Freeman, but you know what? Shout out to Ron Washington. A lot of teams don't do that. A lot of teams don't do that. Shout out to MH. What's going on, man? But that's something I'm really proud of that the Braves have taken on. And it just shows you that some of these analytic teams, they're super analytics and they don't win games, that they need to go back to some of the old roots of baseball. And they don't do that because, well, the general manager or this, that, and the other thing, whatever. For the Braves, coming up is Jorge Soler, Adam Duvall, and Travis d'Arnaud. And once again, just the basics of baseball. And I said this about reclamation projects in this lineup because not all of it's prospects or anything like that. Eddie Rosario, he had a couple of decent few years in Minnesota. Adam Duvall, he was with the Reds, he was with the Giants, he was with a couple other teams in the National League. Dansby Swanson was former Arizona prospect, I believe. I'll explain more after this pitch. Jorge Soler will dig in. And here's the pitch. Speaking of a reclamation project, swing and a miss. Count is 0-1. Jorge Soler, he was with the Royals. He was with what do you call it? He was with the Royals. He was with why the hell am I forgetting the team? The Cubs. He was with the Cubs. So these are guys. It just shows you don't need 100% talent, and you don't need oh my god, it's $178 million on the payroll. Fouled away. So count it is it 0-2 now, but just shows you need a manager. Just shows you need a manager. There are, and Dusty Baker is that kind of guy too. And the Astros have tons of talent. That's why they're here right now. They have tons of talent. That's why they're here. But you don't need a superstar at every position. It just shows you because the way they did things with Jace Tingler, swing and a miss, strike 3 for Soler, 1 away. The way they Dusty Baker, he's a real manager. You think he would take that job for analytics? No. But, everyone expected, including me, I'm wrong, Padres to be good this year. I bet you $1 million that Jace Tingler was an analytic manager. Maybe I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong for the Padres aspect, but now they're looking for a manager again. Solo tonight, yeah. Sean is at work. I might be hanging out with him maybe at some point within the next couple of days. And Luca is doing his own thing as well. He's keeping an eye on the basketball aspect of things. Count is 1-0 to Adam Duvall. Travis, I forgot to put up the banner like an idiot. Travis and Ron, the only guys I want getting rings. I just don't want another team in my division to win a chip. Yeah, absolutely. And you could really compare this to the momentum team of the Washington Nationals 2019. They weren't expected to go far. They weren't a team that had, a shit ton of payroll. I mean, and there's a fly ball foul. I mean, they did have Scherzer and they had Strasburg and, a couple other guys, Ryan Zimmerman, who probably wasn't getting paid too much. I mean, he really, I don't know. I just feel like everyone overrates him a little bit. But my point is that team wasn't supposed to do anything, But yeah, in the year I think that was the year. No, I think it was 2018 or 2019 that Machado went to San Diego and Harper went to Philly. Here's the pitch. Down, so it's 2-1. Yeah, 2019 he went to Philly, so that's the year they won the chip. But yeah. And I'm not gonna lie, I hold a little bit of cheating for the Astros, but I just root for the Braves. I mean, I never really rooted for the Astros in the World Series. I've been rooting for NL teams ever since 2016. Here's the pitch. Most of my baseball fanhood lifetime, I've been rooting for National League teams in the World Series. I didn't really have a team in 2011 to root for because I wasn't that much into it. 2012, I really didn't care. 2013, I rooted for the Cardinals. 2014 was the Royals. 2015 was the Royals again. 2016 was the Cubs. 2017 was the Dodgers. 2018 was the Dodgers. 2019 was the Nationals. 2020, Dodgers. And 2021, obviously, as I mentioned, is the Braves. Ground ball to Bregman. That was the first. 2 away. So, Washington won with pitching and timely hitting that still wins them. Yeah, basic stuff. You don't need, there's not rocket scientists. Or I should say properly, it's not rocket science. It's not. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. I mean, for the Rays, right? They're a team that shifts with 4 outfielders. You don't need to reinvent the wheel to win. You don't need to do that. You don't need to reinvent the wheel to win. Or as Joe Judge would say, you don't need to reinvent the wheel to go fast. So, and once again, That's why the Rays aren't here right now. They got beat by the Red Sox. The Red Sox got beat by Houston. We all know the rest of the story. Here is d'Arnaud, and the pitch is outside the count is 1-0. But, teams like this make me sort of happy in a way. It make me, proud as a baseball fan that some of these teams are still alive. Travis d'Arnaud, all these other guys, they're not perfect players. Jorge Soler, they're reclamation projects. But Atlanta has enough of a good coaching staff to make that talent work. 1-0. Swing and a miss. Count as 1-1. Nasty breaking ball. Yanks could buy themselves back into the champ. No. We're gonna sit here, and I'm talking for Yankee fans. I know I am, but actually, do I have enough time to talk about it before this pitch? I'm gonna get through this pitch and I'm gonna talk about it because I have no faith. I mean, I'm gonna be dead honest with you. I have no faith. But here's the pitch: swing and a miss to 1-2 count. Apparently, they're looking for a shortstop, and they're looking for either a guy like Carlos Correa or what do you call it, Corey Seager. But I want them to use Oswaldo Peraza, which is one of their top prospects right now. But you can't have those players playing like they're supposed to be playing without a real manager. 1-2. Weird fastball, late release. Count is 2-2. I'm saying it's got to be the grip. It's got to be the grip of the baseball. Can't just be me. It's got to be the grip of the baseball. Maybe it's wet, but also as well, the mound is wet, so that's something to take in. If the Yankees got Baez, I would not be happy. I would that would. It's hard to make me say that in some cases it would make me more pissed than getting Correa, but I would if you can't. Yankees would be stupid to do that. Just overall, 2-2 pitch outside 3-2, but yeah, I'm gonna be real. Yankees are not going to the championship series next year. Division series is their ceiling. I don't care who they get. They could buy out a whole new roster. You're not winning under Aaron Boone, and I hope I'm wrong. Okay, so he's not doing the thing like Ian Anderson. Pitches fly ball into right field for d'Arnaud. This one's back. I think that's a home run. Is it a home run? No, it's a double. And d'Arnaud with a 2-out double for the Braves, and they may have something going here. Next up is Dansby Swanson. I thought that was a home run, but actually bounced off the wall, didn't go over, so that is ruled as a double, at least for right now. Things can change. That was a nice hit, though. That was a nice hit. Middle of the plate. But they could buy out a whole roster. If you have a manager like Aaron Boone, you're not going anywhere. I hope to be wrong. But I'm not going to sit here and pump up the fans. Yay, we won 2 games in a row. Yay. Get the fuck out of here. Oh, Andrew Velasquez, the platoon player. He's gonna be the next savior of this team. Fuck out of here. Tuck me into bed and read me a fucking fairy tale. I'd rather listen to that. So they have intentionally walked Dansby Swanson, which is a smart thing to do, even with 2 outs, because Ian Anderson is up at the plate now, the pitcher. So let me look at his average on the year. It's not going to show me. It actually will show me. So he has, not postseason. Okay, so he has an 0.54 average on the year, which isn't good, but he's 0 for 2 in the postseason, which, once again, it's pitchers hitting. Swing and a miss. Nice slider. Count is 0-1. But yeah, those are my basic thoughts on the Yankees. I'm sorry I'm not being this hype guy. Count is 0-1. Here's the pitch to Ian Anderson. High fly ball foul. And the count moves to 0-2. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. I'll explain something after this because I just saw something on Twitter, which is not a good thing. 0-2 pitch. And down in the dirt, nice plate discipline by Ian Anderson. His count goes to 1-2. I'll answer that question in just a second. I do want to make a tweet. One and two count to Ian Anderson, and he calls time. So we'll step back into the box. Very quick timeout. Can't wait to eat when I get upstairs. And I'm not going to rush through this game. Obviously, I was craving food the last time, but I have a long standing. I could take without food for a couple hours. Anyway, swing and a miss, strike three. So there is no. I don't think there is drop three since there's a runner on first is occupied. Anyway, another decent inning for Garcia. Works out of trouble there. So obviously I got. You know what? Not gonna lie. Last podcast episode had a lot of funny moments. I'll talk about that in a second. Just real quickly, we got TikTok people in freaking Kansas City. We got Jackson Holmes, right? And I'm not gonna say that the Giants are gonna win on Monday. I'm not gonna go that far. But Anthony Hitchens, the linebacker for the Kansas City Chiefs, recently just said this. Let me switch out my my thing here. He's not happy with the fans. He's not happy with the fans, and I imagine that the fans after this won't be happy with him, and maybe the locker room won't be happy at some standard. But he's calling out the fans here. Tyrann Mathieu calling out the fans. So and a lot of people in the comments. A lot of people in the comments, agreeing and disagreeing, whatever, but just some extra drama in Kansas City for right now. Let's switch the color. Okay. So, what will make you trust you trust the Yankees? That they would have to do something like 2019 was a really good team. I mean, it's hard to really come out and say, "Oh, well, I'm gonna trust them by this," because that's how they reel you in. They reel you in. So, enough of the corporate answers, I would say, but that's probably never happening. They would have to get some real good talent and maybe make. And they're keeping Aaron Hicks, and congratulations, yeah, he got re-signed. Yay. Well, actually, no, he didn't get re-signed, but he got engaged. Congratulations. Doesn't make him a great hitter on the field, and two of their three outfield guys are not good hitters. So, Joey Gallo hits home runs. And listen, that's a great thing. A lot of players can't hit home runs. But he's not a consistent hitter. So, they would have to show some care. I don't think the Yankees are doing that, personally, me. Also, yeah, going back to your question. Also, guys, real quickly, I know we got 6 people in here for right now, but please, we are one away from 300. Let's get that channel, this channel of 300. I know probably some of y'all are Houston fans and some of y'all are Atlanta fans. We discuss sports of MLB, NBA, and NFL every Monday night. Not this week though, probably on Wednesday, but subscribe. I left it, Lucas. There was a lot of funny moments. Obviously, I don't know if you saw the latest compilation video that I put out, probably the first of many. Here's a pitch to Maldonado. It is in there for strikes. The count is 0-1. The postseason, he's hitting 086, so maybe they don't bring him back. Maybe they have someone in the wings. I don't know, but the Houston Astros are here. I don't think Martin Maldonado is their number one priority. Maybe not. But I thought it was funny. Also, the Robert Saleh thing, which you questioned, why are you laughing at this? What's so funny about it? Also, I pulled that moment out of my ass where, the The Jets players were like, "Oh, well, they ran up the score." Well, don't put yourself in the position. Fouled away by Martin Maldonado's, the count will move to 1-2. Um, but yeah, I pulled that. I gotta have more bits like that. I gotta take more bits from past episodes and make them like bits. For example, I did that with Sean last week, or I should say earlier this week, right? I uh I put the "don't put yourself in the position" thing because I knew that was coming because I knew Luke was going to talk about it. Ground ball to third base, Riley charges, fires, one away. So, let's see what else is going on. What the hell are you supposed to do when your DoorDash guy keeps the food for himself? Second time it's happened to me. I don't know what Evan Fournier is doing, but anyway. So up at the plate is Garcia. First pitch is grounded. Second base charging his Albies, 2 away. So a quick first 2 outs for Ian Anderson here in the top of the third. So they're talking to Lance McCullers right now. Just if any of you are watching the Fox broadcast. I really wanted Chicago to make it as well. And the Brewers as well. Like, my first thing was like, 2 pitching teams. 2 pitching teams. Teams that were like built from the bottom up, not really 2 higher payrolls teams. And obviously everybody had a chip on their shoulder with the whole Tony La Russa thing. But after that, I've kind of changed perspectives on the whole thing. I mean, going back to which was the put yourself in the position thing. Going back to I think it was May. Here's the pitch to Altuve in there for a strike, which was, obviously that's where the put yourself in position clip was formed. Maybe I'll play it after the inning, but there's really no reason to. Yeah, I was like, maybe he shouldn't be in the league. Now I'm totally different on that. I've totally changed my perspective. In the dirt, count is 1-1. Yeah, it's got to be that ball. And it's got to be the mound. I think Evan takes too long to pick up his food. I had Brewers winning the World Series. What a tease. The team they built this season. Maybe they try to go in. I mean, Milwaukee, it's not typically the biggest market in the world, so they're probably going to try to spend on maybe one free agent. Swing and a miss from Anderson to Altuve, 1-2 count. But yeah, that would have been interesting. 2 Midwest teams, not really the biggest amount in terms of payroll, pitching heavily. But then again, the analytics bugs and everybody else were like, "Oh, it's a pitching matchup. Who cares?" 1-2. Up high, the count is 2-2. So, with that being said, 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Ooh, just a tad low. We called that a strike earlier. But full count once again on Jose Altuve. That is the third, fourth, fifth full count. He faced a full count before, I believe. Maybe it was him, maybe it wasn't him. I'm pretty sure he did, though. Yeah, he walked, so this is the second full count today. Just as a remark, 40 pitches for Anderson. Swing and a miss. He went. We go to the bottom of the third. And this has been an interesting pitching matchup. 0-0. We go to the bottom half of the third. Oh, man. See, it's changed the color a little bit. Take this. No, that looks incredibly ugly. Okay, this is good enough. For any of you that was waiting for me to I know that I was just talking with MH about it. Basically, when I was talking about the Brewers and the Home Sweet Home Alone. No, that can't be a Home Alone thing. It'd be stupid. But then again, they're making everything renewed these days. Alex, do you think simply playing the World Series is just an accomplishment for these players is winning it? If you're the Astros, you want to win another ring. Not because of the cheating thing and all these other things, but they've made it there before. For the Braves, for Freddie Freeman, and basically everything that's been on the line, Acuna getting hurt, Hank Aaron passing away. For the Braves, definitely. Chicago, definitely playing in the World Series. Even just getting there, they haven't made the World Series in 2005. The Brewers, when the hell was the last time they made a World Series? Jesus Christ. I don't think it's got to be. Let me look at something because that is an area that's gray area where I don't know my baseball. I don't think they ever have. Maybe once. Well, they were once an AL team, which I believe. Uh, yeah, they had one 1982. It was the Brewers and the California Angels. So no, that was the ALCS. What the hell am I talking about? Yeah, actually, but the World Series, um, let's take a look. 1982 World Series. That was the Cardinals and the Brewers, and they're in the same division now. So that's weird. But yeah, the smaller market teams like Chicago, like the Brewers, it's an accomplishment just to make it to the World Series. For the Astros, for the Yankees, they want to win. And I'm not saying that it's totally a bad thing. It's up to standards and up to the market and stuff like that. But yeah. Let's see what's going on here. All right, so the Braves have the only hit of the game, which was the Travis d'Arnaud double. The idea I saw my Mets compete in the World Series, that felt special. I wasn't a Yankee fan in 2009. I was what, 6? So um, I heard about it. I act like I like the Yankees. I think there's a distinction. You like a team, and you're a fan of a team. Here's Rosario. Pitch in there for a strike. That could have been taken to right field and deep. Everybody's, or at least most of the first section that we're seeing with this camera view is on their feet now. Probably don't want to sit in those wet seats. But Rosario struck out the first time he was up on a bad call by Tom Hallion. Bad check swing call. Pitch is down and away, 1-1. Yeah, so it means a lot to me. Obviously, I didn't see it live, but I saw it at home. First no-hitter that I've seen for the Yankees, obviously, is Corey Kluber. He's not going to be back next year, but just seeing that was also fun as well. Count is 1-2 to Rosario. Looking for a sign. Here's the pitch from Luis Garcia to Rosario. High and up. Well, high and up is the same thing. What am I talking about? High and out. 2-2. On deck is Freddie Freeman, who's 0-1, and then Ozzie Albies after him. And if anyone gets on, Austin Riley as well. 3-2 count. So another interesting situation. And once again, I think it's the gripping of the ball and the mound. Those are two things that are a recipe for disaster and a lack of command from both these pitchers. It's not, you can't say that it's all bad because it's a 0-0 game. And the hitters have had plate discipline, so it's a pretty even game in terms of that stuff. Here's the pitch. Did he go? He did not. So he actually walks this time. Should have walked the first time, but whatever. Maybe the case. Rosario will get on first. Maybe he steals. Because I would love to see a stolen base. Did he go? Okay, that's about almost the same as the first time. So, and I saw no hitter. I'm an idiot. I saw Johan Santana throw the first and only no-hitter for the Mets. History can embody that in you forever. What was I gonna say? Did you, as in like on TV? If you saw it live, it's great. That would be a great accomplishment. Unfortunately, the most famous game I went to probably was the worst game that I've seen from the Yankees in a while. Freeman down the left field line foul. They were shifting for Freeman, so that's something to note there. But you saw, oh, nice. But the worst game, the most no way only no way only on TV. Well, I mean, it's still good to catch it on TV, obviously, and that I'll talk about something else in a second here. 0-1 pitch, ooh, just a little down. Did he go? No, he did not. Says Alfonso Marquez, and the count, I believe, moved to 2-1. That's, I mean, according to the Fox tracks that clip the box, I don't think he went. Me personally. So it's 1-1 actually. The 1-1 pitch, Rosario doesn't have much of a lead, so he's probably not stealing. 2-1. The problem I have with a lot of people, just generally, is that obviously they don't get the aspect of, oh well, they say, oh, baseball's boring, this, that, and the other thing. Well, if yeah, I could get it if you're on, you're watching on TV. If you're at the game, that's a whole new experience. And a lot of people, wherever they are, they're diehard fans. Here's the pitch to Freeman. That is a base hit in the left center field. Rosario will likely go to no third. He will actually stop at second. So a good start to the inning for the Braves as Rosario walks and then Freddie Freeman hits a opposite field single, which will bring up Ozzie Albies. I think they should bunt here. But if you invest time and money on your team, you are a diehard. But yeah, I mean, I went to 3 games for the Yankees this year. I mean, some were schedule coordinator, but also one minor league game. But yeah, the problem I have with people is just like, oh, because the attention span is not as great, and that's what Manfred wants to do. He wants pace of play and all this garbage. But along those lines, oh, baseball's boring. Yeah, you're watching it on TV. You're not at the game, so don't judge it just based on that. I could sit here, and I don't know if any of y'all like soccer. I could sit here and say soccer's boring. But then when you go to the game, soccer fans are an absolute, it's different. The experience is different. That's why a lot of people don't understand the baseball. Yeah, baseball will never be as fast as basketball. Just a note to point out, obviously. Albies walked the first time. Maybe he bunts here. Does he? It's not showing bunt. Ground ball foul. Oh, shit. Just signed out. Something I didn't want to do. Hopefully my stream shouldn't cancel because of this. Yes, confirm. Okay, so we're still at 299. Let's get that up to 300 people. What's going on, Evan? Nets are currently playing, I believe, because of Pacers. 0-1 in the dirt. Count is 1-1. Check on that game. I might do some other updates like I did the other night. So the Nets are winning by 11. Lakers play tonight against Cavaliers, who have a better record for them, a better record than them for some reason. So they're doing the tomahawk chop, as the tradition, the Brave tradition, 1-1 count from Garcia. 2 Albies. That guy looks like he's wildly uncomfortable with doing the tomahawk chop. Yeah, I was shitting my pants. I was shitting my pants for that next game. I'll talk about it in just a second. They shouldn't have won that game. But you defeat an undefeated team, Actually, I think there was 2 in one night, to be honest with you. Let me. So here's the pitch. Ground ball, fouled away. As 1-2. So you had the Packers beat the Cardinals, which was an undefeated. Cardinals were undefeated. Kyler Murray, I don't know. Well, I mean, actually, no, I'm not going to blame him totally. AJ Green should have not been just staring at the cornerback. I think he was going to think it was a run play. But yeah. Give me 1 second. High fly ball foul. Yeah, you had that, and then you had the Knicks beat the Bulls, so obviously it was big. If you want to put it in the microwave, maybe, or in the oven to like keep it a little warm, I'll eat it. I'll eat a little bit later. So just some things. Yeah. Here's the pitch. Fastball tailing outside, and Albies is still alive. 5 pitches currently in the at bat. Garcia has thrown a total of. Let's see, Garcia. 52 pitches. So his pitch count is getting increasingly high, which is not a good thing, but depends on how much they have available in the bullpen. Here's the pitch, the 1-2 pitch to Albies. In the dirt, 2-2. Austin Riley on deck, 0 for 1 today. Just some background insight. $53 pitches for Garcia. As I mentioned, his pitch count is getting increasingly high. Once again, I would presume they have some smart arms in the bullpen because of the off day yesterday. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. So a good pitch by Garcia. That's the 5th strikeout for him on the day. And Austin Riley will be next. So see what happens. I'm sorry. MH is going to hate me for this. I'm sorry. MH is going to hate me for this. But, oh, man. Gotta love it. Gotta have some fun. Yeah. So here's Austin Riley, 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. And Garcia steps off as Rosario was taking a bit of a lead at second base. Altuve will be there to cover. Pitch from Garcia. Swing and a miss. Nice breaking ball. The count is 0-1. They gotta start hitting, man. I mean, I'm just saying for both teams. Obviously, the Astros have a hit yet. No, they don't. So 2 hits for Atlanta, none for the Astros. So they're playing more towards the left side of the infield, leaving a little hole on the right side. I don't think Austin Riley is much of an opposite field hitter. Ground ball, fair ball down the left field line. Rosario will likely score. Freeman, is he going to be stopped at third? He will be stopped at third. He's just in there safely. And an RBI double for Austin Riley. And the Braves are on the board, 1-0. Talking about hits, that's where you got to get it. That's where you got to get it. Nice crease. Bregman just missed that. He didn't really time that perfectly, but obviously that happens. It's not like it's some unknown thing like the Gary Sanchez error we all know about. If you don't know about it, look it up. So up at the plate now is Jorge Soler. I believe he's been in a World Series before. Maybe, maybe not. I don't think he has. Maybe he has. I don't know. Yeah, he has. 2016. The pitch to Soler. Just down. The count is 1-0. So they are shifting towards the left side. First baseman Gurriel is in a little bit. Not on the grass, but he's in a little bit. If you guys can hear that, that's the outside rain. Here's the pitch. Inside. The count is 2-0. Here's the pitch. A 2-0 count for Soler. Swing and a miss. Nice pitch on the outside corner. The count is 2-1. 59 pitches for Garcia so far. So maybe they do get someone up, as I mentioned. Maybe they don't. The 2-1 pitch from Garcia. He deals. In the dirt, the count is 3-1. So they could have a bases loaded situation here. On deck is Adam Duvall, who really hasn't done too well in the postseason so far. 2 home runs, 6 RBIs, and a 205 average. And he's not your best hitter. He's obviously not the best hitter on the Braves, but because of good coaching, they make him work. They make him work. So they do have somebody up in the bullpen. Another Garcia up in the bullpen. And of course, that is Yimi Garcia, not Luis Garcia, Yimi Garcia. Pitch. Ooh, a strike. Count is 3-2. He's probably going to say something to the umpire. And you don't like the call, but that was a little bit low. A little bit low. Here's the pitch to Soler. Did he go? He did not. Surprising call. So they have the bases loaded now for Adam Duvall. Maybe a grand slam here. And this is going to be an interesting situation. Going to be a very interesting situation. So they have Brent Strom coming out and talking with Luis Garcia. Maybe they get him to double play. There's a lot of situations and a lot of things that can happen here. After Adam Duvall, it is D'Arnaud, Swanson. If they get to him, Ian Anderson. Obviously, for those of you who are college football fans and like to tune into Fox, Michigan State on Saturday, 10 a.m. But that must be big noon kickoff then, because I don't think Michigan is playing Michigan State at 10 a.m. Let me take a look. Yeah, it's 12. So So everybody's up on their feet in Atlanta. Adam Duvall up at the plate. 3 grand slams, 81 at bats with the bases loaded, a 235 batting average. Which is better than most hitters. Better than most hitters. A very close game just for NBA fans. At the end, Orlando and Toronto. 110 to 109. Here's the pitch. Fouled away. Not really a good pitch to swing at. A little outside. Hey, what's going on, William? Hope you're doing well. Timing, I want to put that bottom of the third. Yep. Get the right one up. Here's the pitch. The 0-1. Fly ball foul. The count is 0-2. I gotta have like some can't complain. Very good then. With the bases empty, Adam Duvall is hitting 172. I don't know if that's in his career or if that's in his postseason career or just this season at all. But not the greatest hitter, but let's see if he could do something here. It definitely would be a highlight of his career. Obviously, he's been with a couple of teams before. Here's the pitch, the 0-2. High pop up by the first base side. Gurriel is there, and that's 2-way. Bringing up Travis d'Arnaud, who had doubled his first time up. Yeah, Boone is back for 3 more years. I'm not getting my hopes up, as I said. Not getting my hopes up. But, that's so where the Yankees see it. So the Astros only have 2 mound visits remaining, which is very interesting. I just learned that a couple of seconds ago. Smack my microphone. I don't know what my microphone ever did to me. Well, I mean, unplugged a couple of times, but here's d'Arnaud. Would be big for him, obviously. I think he's played in 1 World Series going back to 2015. If he was with, it's okay. So yeah, he was with them at that time. Won the Silver Slugger Award last year. Damn, I did not know that. I learn something new every day. Here's the pitch to d'Arnaud. Swing and a miss. Outside breaking ball. The count is 0-1. 2 more away from getting out of the inning. My night's going good. The 0-1 count. To d'Arnaud. Swinging his arms from the stretch. Down and away. The count is 1-1. I bet you did. William. Kind of hungry, so I'm probably going to get something after this inning. I'll probably post something that says don't go because I'll be right back. But yeah, I'm getting a little hungry myself. I haven't eaten since I think 2-3 in the afternoon, so it's been 6 hours. I usually snack. I don't eat 3 square meals a day mostly. 2-1 count on Travis d'Arnaud. 68 pitches, and we're in the 3rd inning, so they better have. I'm going to say whether they like it or not, this is going to be Garcia's last inning. And then they may go to Yimi Garcia. So, just some predictions there. 2-1 count for d'Arnaud from Luis Garcia. Bases loaded. 2-1. 2 outs. 1-0 Braves. Series is tied at 1. Here's the pitch. Duvall fouls it away. The count is 2-2. Yeah, I am hungry. Dusty Baker doesn't look happy, but he probably will be happy if Luis Garcia can get out of the situation so his team can battle at the top half of the fourth. For the Astros, let's see what this pitch looks like. Did he go? He went. Not a great way to end the inning, but 2 hits, 1 walk, 1 run. And we go to the top of the fourth. The Astros are down 1-0 to the Atlanta Braves. So let me just do something real quick. Update the board here. All right, friends. I will be right back. Don't worry, I'm not going. I'm going to get something, but I won't be gone for long. All right, I am here. Was I gone for too long? I was gone for like a minute. I had to get some snacks. I'm getting hungry, and I usually hate to be unprofessional in eating on the side. I'll probably start eating in between at bats, but that's not. It's not my priority right now. This game is a priority. So, last pitcher was 0 hits. The first innings pitched in the World Series. John Smoltz, Game 1 of the 1996 World Series. Obviously, that was at Yankee Stadium versus the Yankees. We all know how that series ended. First pitch is in there for a strike. Count is 0-1 to Michael Brantley. Pitch to Brantley. Swung on and fouled away. Oh, 2 count to Brantley. And just a tad outside. Ian Anderson doesn't have a bad stat line for today. 3 innings pitched, 2 walks, 2 Ks, 44 pitches, which isn't bad now that we're in the 4th inning. Here's the 1-2. Down in the dirt, 2-2 count. Two pitch to Brantley from Anderson. We're in the top of the fourth. 1-0 Braves. 3-2. So once again, that command is kicking in for really both pitchers. Both pitchers, that command is kicking in, and I can't say it's it's a ton of their fault because the grip on the ball is probably not great, and also the the what do you call it? The mound is wet, so probably rake it after every inning. Swing and a miss for Brantley, one away. So they're showing the different grips, change up, curveball, and all other stuff, but it's really been, I guess, the fastball that's been. Well, speaking of which, he throws the fastball to Bregman, 1-0 count. We're in the top of the fourth. Here's the pitch. In there, the count is 1-1. Here's the pitch. Inside, the count is 2-1. Oh boy. Let's see what's going on. Colin Glaspia says he doesn't know why Freeman is still home. Yeah, that's funny. So, walk last time for Bregman. 50 pitches for Anderson. High and up. Count is now moved to 3-1. Anderson's got to get his stuff straight here because the Astros are probably looking to fight back with some offense fouled away. I know this ain't exactly professional, but some of my needs need to be fulfilled. Anyway, let's get back to water. 3-2 pitch to Bregman. High pop-up in center. Right there's Duvall. 2 away. Guys are just joining. Please subscribe, like, comment, subscribe. Help with the algorithm. Help out the channel. You guys get some good content. With that being said, you get the engagement you usually don't get from other channels. Giants trying to trade Ingram most likely. I don't think he's going to go. I think with the situation the Giants have it at wide receiver and really tight end and all this other stuff, excuse me, that's down. With that being said, with the situation they have it at wide receiver and all these other injuries, they're not going to move on from Ingram. They'll do it after the year and not get a pick. Pitches in there for a strike, 1-1 to Yordan Alvarez, but the situation they have right now, it's not great. Not great, so they're not going to trade Ingram. Would I like Ingram traded? Yes and no at this point because the Giants are not really healthy, but if you get KT back, there's more breathing room. And you put Caden Smith in the game. So I really don't have a problem with that. If you could trade Evan Ingram for Hayden Hurst, which is likely, excuse me, I hate doing this, but now with the fact they have Kyle Pitts, they really don't need Hurst. But at the same time, they're not necessarily the greatest football team in the NFC South. Count is 3-1 on Yordan Alvarez. Carlos Correa is on deck. He was 0 for 1 today. So we're hour 35 into this. Here's the pitch. In the dirt, ball 4. So another walk for the Astros. Ian Anderson issuing his third walk, 58 pitches So also breaking news, possibly. Now, this is NFL rumors, so it can be twisted either way. Chris Carson may not return this season. So if any of you own Chris Carson in fantasy, you're screwed. And NFL rumors is pretty solid on the news they come out with. Carlos Correa is up at the plate, flew out in the second inning, 267 this postseason. You're down Alvarez on first. The rain is just about, I don't think it's intensifying. Pitches upstairs, 1-0. But they're still managing to play it. And I'm pretty sure they don't really want to postpone games at this point. I don't blame them. The 1-0 to Carlos Correa. In the dirt, count is 2-0. And I know a lot of people make the cases for dome stadiums, but then again, one bad example of that is Tampa, is Tropicana Field. What a mess of a stadium. But then again, the owner, who's a complete moron. Oh, it's impossible to play there full season. You played there for 23 years, maybe, if I'm getting that right. So, you know what? Quit crying. If you don't like this stadium you take that money. And I understand Tampa's not necessarily the biggest market in the world, but come on. Go up to Montreal. It's not happening. So, 2-0 to Carlos Correa. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike. The count is 2-1. Here's the pitch to Correa. It's 3-1, so another 3-1 count. And this could be something, as I've said 1,000 times before, for the Astros. But it's also 2 outs, so Anderson will likely tense up with his pitches. Here's the 3-1. 3-2. So likely, Yordan Alvarez is stealing. Everybody's up at Truist Park. Everybody's stealing on 3-2, which is Yordan Alvarez, as I just mentioned. Got to protect the play here if you're Correa. Pitch from the youngster Anderson. And inside, ball 4. So, did they rule it a dead ball? I believe they did. Which will have Yordan Alvarez, because he was going to third, which was dead ball, so he can't advance more than second base. But did it hit him, though? It did hit him, so that's why there is a dead ball. If it was, a walk, you may have been able to steal. So that's the situation there. As Kyle Tucker will dig into the play. Give me 1 second, guys. Tucker fouled out in the second inning. 292 this postseason. Yeah, I read that. It's possible. It's possible. I mean, my team ain't playing that day. See where the seats are, though. And on zone 1. The pitch. Outside 2-1. Actually, 2-1. 1-1. Tucker 8 for 19 in the postseason with runners in scoring position. which isn't bad. Which is about almost 500, almost a 500 average. Here's the pitch. Ground ball chopper. It's a fair ball. Anderson will play it. Throw to first. That ends the inning. We go to the bottom of the first. Bottom of the first. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Despite some commotion, the Astros are still down 1-0. She's a thumbnail. Good inning for the Braves getting out of there. Let's see. Dante, if any of you Giant fans out there, Dante Pettis is obviously watching the game because Gary Pettis, I don't know if he's still coaching because I know he had some illness. Take a look. It's not showing anything. Let me see something. Pettis, I think, used to be a coach for the Rangers, first base coach. But just give me 1 second, guys. Let's see what's going on in the Twitter sphere. I think I just ate too much of a sitting of rice, and it's sticking to my throat. But as long as you have some water here, it should be okay. So coming up for the Atlanta Braves, it is Dansby Swanson, who walked his first time up, Ian Anderson, and then Eddie Rosario. I want to see if they go to a new pitcher, though, because I'm pretty sure I think they should. I think they should go to Yimi Garcia, but I've been wrong before. So Dansby Swanson will dig in. Have they gone to a new pitcher? They have not. So Garcia's still on the mound. I believe he's throwing something like 69, 70 pitches. 70 pitches to be exact. So I was on target with that one. He intentionally walked the first time, so that was setting up the Ian Anderson. I think it was a strikeout or it was a ground out, but that obviously was get out of the inning thing for the Astros. Here's the pitch to Swanson. It's popped up. Maldonado is there, one away for the Braves. That will bring up Ian Anderson. So pitcher versus pitcher again. If we could get to 300 guys tonight, that would be much appreciated. Even if you're, once again, a baseball fan, Atlanta fan, if you're just somebody watching this because you have time to pass, well, come to the right place in that aspect. For some reason, Google is not cooperating. There we go. Here's the pitch. And there's a line out right to Gurriel, so quick 2 outs for the Atlanta Braves. And now they're going to Yimi Garcia most likely. So, in terms of an outing, let me just add this thing real quickly. Hold on. Google's screwing me here. I keep doing this and I keep doing this. Anyway, so they are going to a new pitcher, number 62, who I'll look up in just a second. I probably should know this on hand, but that's okay. They are going to Blake Taylor. 2 games of the postseason so far, 2.2 innings pitched, 4 strikeouts, and then on the season he was 4-4, 51 games, 3.16 ERA, 41 strikeouts, and 42.2 innings pitched. You take a look at total stats on the day for Luis Garcia: 3.2 innings pitched, 3 hits, 1 earned run, 4 walks, and 6 Ks. So a bit of a mixed bag, if you will. But then again, only 1 run on the board for the Atlanta Braves. Let's try his 3rd time because YouTube likes to screw with me in this fashion. As I say, guys, once let's try to get this to 300 by the end of the night. We have a lot of viewers coming in and out to watch the game, commentary, stuff like that. So, just take a bite of my food while I'm at it. That way, I don't do it during the inning. So we get back to the game. And obviously, they have Blake Taylor in, who I already mentioned his stats. Eddie Rosario will be up to the plate. And it's 2 outs. So, pretty easy situation for Taylor to get out of. Not really much of anything. And then they go to the top of the 5th. The Astros that will be up are, let's take a look. What are we in? Top of the 4th. Bottom of the 4th, excuse me. So Kyle Tucker was the last one out. Here's the pitch to Rosario on the corner for a strike. The count is 0-1. So for the Astros, it will be Gurriel, Maldonado, and Blake Taylor. So pretty interesting combo there, bottom of the lineup. But let's see what they can do against Ian Anderson at the top half of the inning. Right now, we're still in the bottom half of the 4th. Line drive down the left field line. Is that going to go? It's foul. If it just went a little to the right side, if he was a little better in terms of his timing, that would have been gone. But we really haven't seen much opposite field hitting tonight. Besides that one, Travis d'Arnaud and a few others, but mostly it's been basic pull hitting. Here's the 0-2 pitch from Taylor. Grounded to the left side. Actually, line drive to the left side. It's going to be a base hit. So talk about opposite field hitting. Eddie Rosario is now on with 2 outs. And coming up to the plate is Freddie Freeman. So let's see if they can do something here, get some runs in. So let's see what happens here. Eric Young is actually the first base coach, former Yankee. Here's the pitch to Freeman, and that could have been driven deep. But he took that pitch, which was lucky enough for Taylor. But that could have been taken to depths of Truist Park we don't even know of. Anyway, the 0-1 pitches, they call timeout. Freeman 1 for 2 today. Had a opposite field single to center, left center. Really, here's the pitch. In there, 0-2. Yeah, someone said that Eddie Rosario is underrated. I agree. Sort of like not a platoon player, but like, someone who's under the radar for most teams. I don't know if he's a free agent after the year. In the dirt, the count is 1-2. Let's take a look. Eddie Rosario. He is 30 years old. Yeah, he's a free agent after the year because the Indians signed him to a 1 year and then they traded him for Pablo Sandoval, who once again is a free agent. He's 35. For some reason, still playing baseball. Freeman grounds it foul and he will stay alive. So, here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Freeman strikes out. We go to the top half of the fifth. The same score. It's 1-0 Braves. Just switch it out real quick. Forgot to do the orange thing at the top half of the inning, but we'll go back to that trend, obviously. Change that to the top of the fifth. Very good night. Very interesting game. We're about almost halfway through. So if you think about it, there's like 18 half innings, which makes 9 innings. And as of right now, we're not aiming towards the bottom of the ninth. So, yeah, I would say that we're about halfway through. About halfway through. Apologize for the crackling. Appreciate you guys still here. If you haven't already, like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you know when live stream pops video drops. If you're an Atlanta fan, if you're an MLB fan, if you're a fan just watching, just for the sake of watching, like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on post notifications so you know when the live stream pops video drops. Should have a podcast episode out sometime tomorrow. Probably going to wake up a little early to record it. Because obviously I won't probably have much time unless this game goes rapid fire fast. I won't have much time tonight to record it, but tomorrow morning definitely should be something. So be on the watch for a Big Blue in the Bronx podcast, which is going to be previewing the Chiefs game. So hope you guys tune in, listen in, do all the good stuff. So, pitch to Gurriel is in there for strikes to start off the inning. And we'll see what happens from here. Obviously, we're halfway through. Gurriel 0 for 1, struck out in the second. Here's the pitch. Down in the dirt. Count is 1-1. Youngest pitcher not allow a hit in the first 4 innings of World Series games since Ralph Branca, 1947 Game 1 at New York. So I'm guessing that's the Dodgers or the Braves. High pop up in the right field. It's very high pop up. Caught by Soler, 1 away. And game summary: Ian Anderson. I already read Garcia's stats in terms of Ian Anderson. No hits given up, 4 1/3, 3 strikeouts, 3 walks. So yeah, Houston still doesn't have a hit, so that's actually something to watch. Now that I said it, they're probably going to get a hit, but this could be something. This could be history that we're watching right here, or this may not be history. Well, I mean, it's a game in the World Series. But with that being said, if it is, and it's probably not going to be, a no-hitter, we made history here. They have a whole right side of the infield open, so Maldonado may have to switch up his stance in order to get a base hit. He's not fast either, so he's probably going to have to maneuver his swing, but it is a 2-0 count on him to start the AB. Ian Anderson has 72 pitches. We're in the top of the 5th. Ground ball. Ooh, nice play by Ozzie Albies, taking away a base hit at the left side of the infield, and now we're at 2 away. And this will bring up Marwin Gonzalez. He re-signed with them? I had no idea. With the Red Sox for a while this year, then he got designated for assignment, and now he's back with them. He played with them. For context, guys, he played with them from 2012 to 2018. So, just the thing to know about Marwin Gonzalez. Here's the pitch. And did he go? He did, says Alfonso Marquez, 0-1. He did sign a minor league contract with the Astros, but when he came to the majors, he hit 176. I'm guessing that's combined with the Red Sox. Maybe. Here's the pitch, and time is called. So Anderson threw it inside. Let's see, Marwin Gonzalez. He's pinch hitting for Taylor, so probably going to another guy next. Gonzalez on the year 199. So once again, not very good. Which is a surprise to me. I thought he was going to be And just 1 second, guys. My mic unplugged once again. Okay, now we're back. Strike 3 on the outside corner. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Same score remains. So, I don't know if my mic caught what I was doing before, but I was trying to pick up some of my food that I spilled on the floor, which is not very prudent, I should say, but happens to the best of us. Let me try getting a garbage can. Give me 1 second, guys. Who knows? I can make fun of the Astros now. Then again, they just hit and they didn't do much of anything. So, so I don't have rats on the floor and mice and raccoons and stuff. All right, we're back. Try to get a bite of this. Apologize for having to eat in your guys' faces, but need a little bit of a snack here. Okay, so somebody put out something on Twitter. Name a Yankees prospect you thought would be a superstar but never impressed. Jesus Montero, Greg Bird, Ricky Leday, Homer Bush. Forgot that Homer Bush existed. What was that, 95, 96? What else? Austin Jackson. Yeah, that was a big one. Java Chamberlain and Duhar. Yeah. So just some context for you guys in terms of that situation. Let me move this closer. Bottom of the fifth. This game is going by slow, but it's going by fast. We are 2 hours and 1 minute in the stream. So once again, thank you guys for tuning in as usual. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you know when the live stream pops video drops. Try taking a sip of my water here. Thank God I still have some crackers in here. Hear the wind outside. It's crazy. Try scooping this once again so I don't have rats or mice or. So Ian Anderson may be done on the day. I saw Brian Snitker giving him a pat on the back. He's at 76, or was at 76 pitches. Let me read his stats after this pitch, but Yimi Garcia is still in. Here's now he's in, I should say. Ground ball right to first base, one away. But in terms of how Ian Anderson did, just in case it is his last inning or was his last inning, 5 innings pitched, 4 strikeouts, and 3 walks. So very good inning. Very good inning by him. Yimi Garcia, so far this postseason, 1-1, 10.50 ERA, 7 games, 8 strikeouts, 6 innings pitched. And then in terms of 2021 stats, 4-9, 4.21 ERA, 62 games pitched, 15 saves, 60 strikeouts, and 57.2 innings pitched. So Austin Riley put the only run on the board a couple innings ago. There's a strike. It's in there. Big rally in the third. He had that double. And obviously it's where we're at now, 1-0. Here's the pitch. And nice pick by Gurriel, 2 away, as he will take it himself to first. Guys, once again, thank you so much for coming along. Would appreciate it if you hit that like button, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you know when the live stream pops for you drops. Almost at 300. Almost at 300. Would be glad if we hit it. Hitting 300 is a big milestone in terms of YouTube. A lot of people don't get there. Pitch to Soler is right there. In there for a strike. So the count is 0-1 to Soler. 0-for-1 on the day. Outside breaking ball, looks like the count is now at 1-1. Bit of a sidearm guy, not like a sidearm like underhand type, but sidearm is coming from this, not just throwing overhand. So bit of a perspective and a point of view from a former high school pitcher. The 1-1. Inside, the count is 2-1. Here's the pitch. Inside, the count is now to 3-1. So 3-1 from Garcia. Soler, if he does get on, though, it's 2 outs. If he does get on, then Adam Duvall would be coming up to the plate, who is 0 for 2, and Soler takes a walk. So Duvall will come up. He's 0 for 2 today. Not really the best hitter, but once again, so they do have Tyler. No, that was Matzek for a second, but AJ Minter is up in the bullpen. Just to reference 1-0, 0.90 ERA, 6 games, 10 innings pitched, 14 strikeouts in the postseason. However, the season 3-6, 3.78 ERA, 61 games, 52.1 innings pitched, 57 strikeouts. Here's Duvall, and I once again forgot to change the red, but I'm gonna better late than never, right? Pitches inside. The count is 1-0, excuse me. Looking for a sign. Let's see if they could start something, because they did have a 2-out rally a couple innings ago. Then again, Duvall is really an underdog to start a 2-out rally. Swing and a miss. The count is 1-1. A lot of people are saying, yeah. Oh yeah, I now that I've realized more of the situation, not great. Kevin Burkhardt, Josie McFly, a lot of other people are currently ripping Brian Snitker for taking out Ian Anderson. So pretty interesting to say the least. We'll see what happens and how this fans out. In there, first strike, the count is 1-2. One-two pitch to Duvall from Yimi Garcia. Up high, the count is 2-2. Two-two pitch to Adam Duvall, who once again is over 2 today. Ground ball up the middle. Altuve. Can he make a throw? Not in time. Very high throw, very hard play to make. So it's 2 outs. Runners on first and second. With that being said, Travis d'Arnaud will come to the plate. Give credit, because if that goes into center field, likely the second base runner is going to third, but we'll see what happens. So Travis d'Arnaud doubled in the second, didn't do anything in his second at bat. Will now get a chance to hit with 2 outs, and with runners in scoring position, the first pitch is in there for a strike. That could have been taken very, very deep, but it wasn't. So let's not act like it was. Here is the 0-1. Ground ball foul. Pitch was tailing inside a little bit. The count is now at 0-2. So that counters it at 0-2 for Travis d'Arnaud. Here's the pitch. Ground ball foul, so he stays alive. The 0-2 pitch. From Garcia to d'Arnaud. In the dirt, so it's 1-2. 17 pitches for Garcia. That dates back to last inning a little bit. I believe it was with 1 out. So you have to put context in there. 5 hits for the Braves, none for the Astros. Garcia looking at his analytics card and trying to find out what pitch he wants to throw. Atlanta on their feet with a 1-2 count. Will d'Arnaud do something? Will he strike out? What will he do on 1-2? Will he take another pitch? Inside 2-2. So d'Arnaud, last couple of pitches, good plate discipline. Have to give him credit there. Here's the 2-2. The pitch. Ground ball right to Gurriel will make the play, and that's the final out. We go to the top of the 6th, despite some commotion. The Braves are still in the lead. They didn't score anything, but Jose Altuve is due up. It is 1-0 Braves. Getting ready for another interesting inning. See what that's like. Let's switch the thumbnail top of the 6th so we have 7 half innings to go. We've already been through 8. And the Astros, once again, still without a hit. AJ Minter will come into the game, as I mentioned his stats earlier. Altuve is a big spot right here. He obviously did a very big thing in that one game versus the Red Sox and totally exploded from there. And it's going to be interesting. Let's see what happens this inning. It's definitely possible that they come back. They still got to get a hit on the board, though. So So Jose Altuve this postseason scored 17 to 20 times reaching base, 7 to 10 hits, 4 extra bases, 4 home runs. So this could be something here. This could be something for the Astros. AJ Minter obviously coming on in relief of Ian Anderson. 143 opposing batting average. So this may be a positive thing. This may be a negative thing, but off of the looks of it, I'm not so much of a fan of it. Here's the pitch. Inside. The count is 1-0. Here's the pitch to Altuve on the 1-0 count. Inside. The count is 2-0. Here's the pitch to Altuve, 2-0 count. He's ahead in the count once again. In their first strike, the count is 2-1. Ian Anderson is now one of 4 pitchers in MLB history with a sub 150 ERA in his first 8 career postseason starts. So that's very big for him. Very big. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike just at the knees. The count is 2-2. Crowd likely getting on its feet. The 2-2 to Altuve as he steps in the box. Here's the pitch. Grounded foul, and he stays alive. So after him, Michael Brantley, Alex Bregman. If anyone gets on, it's going to be Yordan Alvarez. And you take a look at the replay. Almost hit anyone really in the dugout, but Alex Bregman bunted it. So very, very smart play by him. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Got him on the inside corner, breaking ball, and 1 away, and Michael Brantley will now hit. So now Brantley's up at the plate. 0-for-2 today, grounded into a double play in the first, and struck out his second time up, 339. So far this postseason, no home runs, 9 RBIs. Here's the pitch. Ooh, a strike. That looked very outside, but Hallion says, yeah, that's a strike. Count is now an 0-1. And yeah, that was outside. That almost hit the white. So, very interesting call by Tom Hallion. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Got to give it to this Braves bullpen. The times I've been watching them now, it's not been all of postseason, but they've been executing so far. They've been executing so far, and they've done a good job. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Brantley with Atlanta on its feet. Outside, the count is 1-2. Once again, guys, if you haven't already, like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you know when a live stream pops or a video drops. Would appreciate it. Thank you guys for tuning in tonight. We're only one away. Here's the pitch. Grounded to first. Freeman will play it. He'll tag the bag. 2 away. So far, almost at 6 innings of a no-hitter, but I probably just jinxed that once again. Alex Bregman coming up to the plate. Bregman, let's take a look at his stats. Obviously, was 270 on the year, 234 batting average. Only played 91 games, so some of that must have been due to injury. The pitch to Bregman, he's 0 for 1 today. In there for a strike, the count is 0-1. Let's see. Bregman, yep, he walked today. So that's one of the things he did. I believe he also flew out as well. 0-1 count. The pitch. Ooh, he plunked him. Right in the foot, and Bregman is down. Not a great sight to see if you're an Astros fan. Baker's going to come out. So is the trainer. And you could just see it was just a command issue there. It's nothing intentional. He obviously does have that little pad thing on his front foot. Let's take a look. Where does it hit him? Right where the guard is. So around the ankle area, which once again isn't good. Look like a off-speed pitch. It was a cutter, actually. So not very good. Hope Alex Bregman is okay, of course. Yeah, and a crease between where the pad is and the foot. So now he's walking it off to first. And is he good? Tells the trainer that he is good. So no need for a pinch runner. Bregman will take his base. And now up at the plate is Yordan Alvarez. So that is the fourth base runner for the Astros today. They really haven't done anything. 0 for 1 with runners in scoring position. The Braves are 1 for 6. So obviously with one run scored, it's not too great. But it's a pitching battle for both sides. Yordan Alvarez walked in the fourth. He's also 0 for 1. Here's the pitch. And they will try to pick him off at first. I don't think he's running on that leg. Whether it's 100% or not 100%, but they'll throw at him anyway. Bit of a short lead off of first. Bregman leaning towards the first base bag. Here's the pitch from Minter. Is he going to go to first? No, he'll go to the plate. In there for what? How is that not a strike? That is a horrible call. If I was Brian Snitker, I wouldn't be happy. I don't care what the situation is. That's right down the plate. And I understand he was setting up outside, but that's clear-cut plate. AJ Minter visibly not happy with that. And I don't get how that's not. That could change something. That could change something in this game. The 1-0. Grounded foul. So the count is 1-1. Runner on first, top of the sixth, 2 outs, 1-0 Atlanta. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for Yordan Alvarez, 1-2, and the Atlanta crowd is once again going to get on its feet. Everybody's up. Everybody's happy. 1-2 count. The pitch from Minter. He deals. High pop-up left side. Is Riley going to make a play? And that will go into the seats. So he's still alive at this point. Here's the pitch. To Alvarez. Minter deals. Swing and a miss. Got out of the inning. Very good inning for A.J. Minter. We go to the bottom of the 6th. 1-0. Atlanta. You guys haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you do know when a live stream pops video drops. Appreciate y'all that are currently in the stream chat. Pretty interesting game we got here. Pretty interesting game. Braves fans were chanting cheaters when Jose Altuve was up at the plate. Just as a simple pin, the Astros are 9 outs away from being no hit. As I'm rooting for the Braves in this series, I really want that to happen because that will be history covered on here. And obviously everything is history, but that would be remarkable history for the Atlanta Braves to get a no-hitter when I'm streaming. So if you guys haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you know when live stream pops video drops. We are one away from 300 subscribers. But once again, even if you don't subscribe, I appreciate you just coming in, hanging out. If it's for 2 seconds, 2 minutes, 2 hours, appreciate it. They got out of the inning. AJ Minter had a nice inning. Let's go through his stats real quickly. 1 inning pitch, 2 strikeouts. That was a horrible call. Horrible call. Yimi Garcia is still in. So for the Braves, it will be Dansby Swanson, AJ Minter, and then the top of the order with Eddie Rosario. I wonder if they're going to pinch hit for Minter. Probably not because he had a good inning, but their bench is full of the following: William Contreras, Guillermo Heredia, Jock Peterson, Terrence Gore, Jair Andrianza, and Orlando Arcia. Pitch is in there for a strike. The count is 1-1. Wasn't Arcia a prospect with the Brewers at some point? Yeah, he was. He got moved, I think. Yeah, he got traded for some prospects, I think. There's some minor league pitchers, whatever. Here's the pitch to Swanson. Down. Count is 2-1. Here's the pitch just outside 3-1. So Swanson may have something going for him. I believe he has walked today, if I'm not mistaken. It'd be Swanson. Yeah, he has walked today, so wouldn't be the first time he's walked. So the count is at 3-1 for Swanson. Fly ball on the left. This should be caught. Alvarez ranging over, one away. As that will bring up AJ Minter. See how he does in this at bat. So Garcia, 24 pitches thus far. Now they only have one mound visit remaining. If I'm correct about that, Garcia, he's allowed one hit and one walk through his 1.1 innings pitched so far, and he will face Yair Andrianza, who's pinch hitting for Minter. So let's see if they bring in the seventh. Probably somebody like Tyler Matzek if he's available. Adrianza so far this postseason hitting 125. So that's sort of 1 for 8. In terms of 2021, hit 5 home runs, 20 RBIs, and a 247 batting average. Was with the Minnesota Twins a couple of years ago. I believe he was also with San Francisco Giants. So there's some context there. Is the pitch to Adrianza. That one is fouled away. Count is 0-1. So just an update for you guys. The Nets have won over the Pacers. Pitch backdoor slider, but didn't work. So the count is 1-1. They won over the Pacers 105-98. Toronto won over the Orlando Magic 110-109. The Sacramento Kings won over the New Orleans Pelicans 113-109. And also, here's the pitch, fouled away. The Charlotte Hornets lost to Miami Heat 114-99. Some games going on right now. The Clippers are currently beating Portland by a score of 24-22. Now that I think, 24-22. And then ended the first, Denver Nuggets lead Dallas Mavericks 29-21. So just some stuff to keep you guys updated on. Here's the pitch, grounded to second. Altuve will take care of it, 2 away. And now up at the plate will be Eddie Rosario, who is 1 for 2 on the day and also has a walk. So Dusty Baker going to the bullpen once again. He will. Let's see what they bring in. Decent outing for Garcia. Decent outing. Let's see who they go to next. So they are just stretching out a bit. They are bringing in a new pitcher. They are bringing in Brooks Raley, who we have seen before, at least on this YouTube channel. He is 33 years old, 7.20 ERA, 5 games, 5 innings pitched, 4 strikeouts in the postseason. You take a look at his 2021 stats: 2-3, 4.78 ERA, 58 games, 2 saves, 49 innings pitched, 65 strikeouts. So, he will be facing Eddie Rosario, unless for some reason they take him out, which is highly unlikely, because Rosario has been one of their key hitters against left-handed pitching. I've thought at first that Rosario was a switch hitter, but I mean, he's a lefty. I've known that for a couple of years now. In the regular season, if I could get this to splits, let's start out with the postseason. The postseason, he's hitting .438 against lefties, which is better than he's hitting righties. This was before the game. And then in terms of the regular season against lefties, he is hitting .265, better than he would hit against righties. So he does have some success against lefties. So maybe this isn't the most ideal pitching change that this team has made. The pitch is outside from Raley to Rosario as you're in the bottom of the 6th. Here's the pitch, down and away, 2-0. Walk, single, run for Rosario. He scored on that RBI double by Austin Riley earlier in the game, the 3rd inning. Here's the pitch, grounded foul. Here's the pitch, the 2-1 from Raley to Rosario, double R. And the count is 3-1. Freddie Freeman on deck, 1 for 3 on the day. So, will it stay a quiet game, or will they keep going and maybe try to get some runs on the board? The pitch to Rosario. In there for a strike, the count is now 3-2. Three and two pitch. Well, let's just say 3-2 count. 2 outs. Bottom of the 6th. 1-0 Atlanta. 3-2 pitch. Popped up into center. Will he get there? What a play by Kyle Tucker. Takes away a base hit from Rosario as we go to the top half of the 7th. And game still remains 1-0 Braves. So for the top of the 7th, when they come back from commercial, Luke Jackson will be on the mound, and he will face Carlos Correa. Now, Luke Jackson, this postseason, not that great. In terms of ERA, 0-1, 6.75 ERA, 9 games, 6.2 innings pitched, 8 strikeouts. Take a look at his 2021 stats. 2-2, 1.98 ERA, 71 games, 70 strikeouts, 63.2 innings pitched. Now you take a look at the splits against right-handed hitters like Carlos Correa. Currently gives them a 4.21 batting average, which isn't good. So they're looking for righty, but we'll see what Carlos Correa does. Now, if you look at Carlos Correa, however, look at Carlos Correa. Let's take a look here. Correa. In the postseason, he is hitting 250 against righties, which is not as good against lefties. And then you take a look at the regular season. Against right-handers, he's hitting 274, which is not great. Well, I'm not saying it's not great, but seeing 290 against lefties. So obviously the better matchup would be lefties for him, but it's still not bad in terms of batting average for Carlos Correa. So we'll see what happens when Fox returns from commercial. So, returning from commercial, no hits still for the Houston Astros. And let's see what happens. Do they get a hit? Do they not get a hit? Obviously, they got the 44 in center field for Hank Aaron. The pitch is in there for a strike. The count is 0-1. As I mentioned, all the stats, he has 8 Ks, 4 walks, 379 opposing batting average. So, once again, not great. Let's see how he manages here against Carlos Correa. Up high, the count is 1-1. I believe Luke Jackson, let me see. I feel like he pitched for another squad. I remember hearing his name. He used to pitch with the Rangers, so he used to share a state with Carlos Correa. He was traded in 2016 to the Braves. Timeout is called. And now they call time back in. The pitch to Correa, fouled away, and the count is 1-2. Now, the last team to allow 0 hits through 6 innings was the Mets in 1969 versus Baltimore in Game 2 of the World Series. Count is 2-2, a breaking ball down low. So an even up count. And you see that just, I would say, I should say that, with the Braves pitchers, the command has gotten better. It's probably not raining as much anymore. Ground ball right to Albies. 1 away, as that could have been nearly a hit if he didn't play properly, but nice play by Albies. 1 away. So a lot of history being made, even with, if they don't get the no-hitter. Which, once again, I'm not trying to jinx it, but, this team, they've gone 6 innings, with no hits since this team, there's a lot of history to be made. So, just a point to get out there. Now, Kyle Tucker, who made the play in center field, does he make another play and get a hit here? Is a big question against Luke Jackson. You don't see that anymore. A lot of, I should say not a lot. There's a ground ball down in the dirt. You don't see a lot of hitters without batting gloves anymore. Usually they can't take the, sometimes if it's cold outside, your hands hurt when you hit the ball. And that's why batting gloves exist. But, Kyle Tucker is one of the few that hit without batting gloves. Swing and a miss. Count is 1-1. So here's the pitch to Kyle Tucker. 1-1 count. Just outside 2-1, 1 out. Top of the seventh. Kyle Tucker 0 for 2 today. Jackets with 8 pitches. 1-0 Braves. The series is tied at 1-1. Here's the pitch. Into center field. Caught by Duvall two-way. And now they are 7 outs away from a no-hitter. So, got to start counting it down. And now Yuli Gurriel is up at the plate. 0 for 2 today with a strikeout and a flyout. Here's the pitch. Grounded foul by the third base bag. The count is 0-1. So they do have Tyler Matzek throwing in the bullpen, which will probably mean that he is throwing the 8th inning. Here's the pitch. Grounded. Nice play by Riley, and that might be a hit, or did he get him at first? What a play! Not necessarily the greatest throw from Austin Riley, but what a play to pick it by Freddie Freeman. I guess those reps in the rain have been doing wonders. Is he out at first? Couple of bounces. Nice play. And we'll go to the bottom of the 7th. 6 outs away from a no-hitter. Change the font. So some updates for you guys in terms of NBA. If you guys are NBA fans out there, the Denver Nuggets are leading the Dallas Mavericks 36-30. The Portland Trail Blazers are leading the Los Angeles Clippers by a score of 36-26. The Lakers are leading the Cleveland Cavaliers 21-15. So just some updates in terms of that. So coming up for the Braves in the bottom of the 7th is the following hitters. It is Freddie Freeman, Ozzie Albies, Austin Riley. If anyone gets on, it's Jorge Soler. And then for the Astros, when it's the top of the 8th, it will be Martin Maldonado, Brooks Raley, and then the top of the order with Jose Altuve as Raley deals to Freddie Freeman, and it's 1-0. Singled in the second, not much else. See if Freddie can do something here to put more runs on the board to help support his bullpen. Here's the pitch. Ground ball into the shift. Correa makes the play, 1 away. So now up at the plate is Ozzie Albies. On deck, as I mentioned, is Austin Riley. Then it's Jorge Soler if they do get some guys on. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. The count moves to 0-1. Now, some other history as well. Now, they do have the shift on for Albies. Huge gaping hole through the right side of the infield. And this one right there at Correa 2 away. The Atlanta Braves are the first team not to allow a hit through 7 innings of a World Series game since the Red Sox in Game 2 of the 1967 World Series. Jim Lonberg was the pitcher through 7 2/3. That's the deepest a World Series no-no has gone since Don Larson's perfect game. So now they're bringing on a new pitcher. I believe it's Ryan Stanek who's coming in. So let's take a look. Is it Stanek? So Ryan Stanek will be coming on. In the postseason, he's got some good numbers, 2-0, 2.35 ERA, a total of 9 games, 7.2 innings pitched, 6 strikeouts. In terms of 2021, the regular season as a whole, 3-5, 3.42 ERA, 72 games, 2 saves, 68.1 innings pitched, and 83 strikeouts. So he was with the Rays before. He was also with Miami, I believe. So a couple of interesting teams he's played for there. For the first part of his career, he was in Florida. But, we obviously know that now he's in Houston. So another bullpen change for the Astros. Shoutouts to everybody in the chat. If you haven't already, like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you know when a live stream. I apologize, it's been a long day. So you know when a live stream pops for you drops. Appreciate everybody. Once again, if we can try to hit 300 tonight, I would much appreciate it. If we can't, then getting to 300 is safe for another day. Safer than a day. We're right now at 299, so please, let's try to get that up. So Stanek is now in versus Riley. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. Count is 0-1. Stanek, as I mentioned, all of his stats, 160 opposing batting average, which is really good. Here's the pitch. Outside the count is 1-1. Pitch is just outside. The count is now, well, actually, no, it was not. Or, no, that was actually called a strike. My bad on that one. The count now moved, and Riley's pissed off about it. I don't blame him. I don't blame him. He's been a little inconsistent all night. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 as Riley's upset. We go to the top half of the 8th. Tyler Matzek will come in, and we are 6 outs away from a no-hitter. Top of the 8th. We got 3 half innings left. So, appreciate all of you that have come to this stream. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you know when a live stream pops video drops. Much more content coming along the way. See something real quick. So coming up for the Astros, as I probably mentioned earlier, it's Maldonado. It's Martin Maldonado. Then it's Ryan Stanek. Then it's Jose Altuve. So pretty interesting set of hitters. Man, stretching felt nice. For a change. But 3 half innings left to play. 3 hours on the stream. Appreciate y'all that are coming out, of course. So, let's go Atlanta. Trying to move some stuff. Make sure my food doesn't dry out. Tyler Matzek is now on the mound versus Alex Diaz, who will pinch hit for Maldonado, and then they'll probably end up going to Jason Castro. 2.31 ERA, 11 2/3 innings pitched, 175 opposing batting average, 19 strikeouts through 10 games for Tyler Matzek in the postseason. So, very good stats at that. 1-1 on Alex Diaz. Was with a couple of teams in the past couple of years. In the World Series, shouts to Dan Clark. tweeted this. Bregman, Altuve, and Correa combined for 3 for 29. 3 for 29 in the World Series. So just to keep that on tap, just keep that on record. Here's the pitch. Inside the count is 2-1. Here's the pitch. From Matzek to Latimus Diaz. Swung on and drilled deep to left field. Will that drop in? It's going to drop in. How do you let that drop if you're Rosario? And Rosario should have got that. Rosario should have got that in left field. I'm disappointed. But the Braves are still leading, and that's your ball, Rosario. You're in left. Man. Latimus Diaz, pinch hitting. He makes history by getting the first hit of this game. There's no error there since it didn't touch his glove before it hits the ground. So, you can tell some of the guys on the bench are pissed. That's Rosario's ball. That is Rosario's ball. So, no hitter is gone. No hitter is gone. So here's Jason Castro. So they'll probably end up doing the double switch. Here's the pitch in the dirt. Diarno blocks it. Nice block by Diarno. So they are sending a pinch runner up, I believe, for Latimus Diaz. That is, let's take a look at who that is. Siri. That is Jose Siri, who has 3 stolen bases on the year, 304 batting average, 4 home runs, 3 RBIs. 4 home runs, 9 RBIs, excuse me. Travis Diarno has thrown out 2 of his 43 attempted base stealers. It's not very good. If I'm reading that stat correctly, that's not very good. So maybe they'll try to. I would steal. There's nobody out. Even though you have Jason Castro of all players at the plate, how worse can it be at this point? So they'll try to pick him off. He's safe. Not in time to throw. And here's the pitch to Castro. Up high. 97-mile-an-hour fastball. 2-0. So Matzek, he's defined a little bit of a rhythm here after that no-hitter was given up. Jose Altuve is on deck to note. Swing and a miss. 2-1. And I still have it on. Why do I do this to myself? I don't know why. Leading off first is Jose Siri. He's twisting that right leg. Swing and a miss for Castro. The count is 2-2. Here's the pitch, the 2-2 from Matzek to Castro, the lefty-lefty matchup. Swing and a miss. Nice strikeout there. One away. And coming to the plate is Jose Altuve. So Tyler Matzek, with runners on, he's faced 23 batters, has done routinely well with runners in scoring position. So this one is swung on and fouled away. Count is 0-1. So here's a fun stat. Jose Siri was a pinch runner in four times in September and scored a run on 2 of those appearances. So is it a one-out double play? Is it, maybe a base hit? See what happens here. A lot of stuff happening. The pitch. High pop-up. Left side. Riley and Diarno fighting over it. Riley will make the catch, and that will be 2 away. So now that will bring up Michael Brantley. Here's the pitch to Brantley from Matzek. Runner goes. Diarno. Throw to second. It's not in time. Gets into center field. So this could be something. Is he going to make his way home? He will stop at third. And that was not the greatest throw from Diarno. Now the Astros have something building. Not a great throw by Diarno. So could be something. Could be something. Just off the glove of Swanson and trickled into center field. Nice reaction, nice awareness. So Brantley 6 for 12 with runners in scoring position, double and 9 RBIs this postseason. So this is very big for the Astros here. Matzek can get out of big situations and tough situations at that. Here's the pitch. Fouled away 1-2, 99 on the radar gun. Atlanta's heating up. Everybody's on their feet. 1-2 count. Brantley 0 for 3 today. Runner on third. Matzek at 14 pitches. The pitch. Popped up. Riley ranging over. He makes the catch despite the no-hitter being over with. Tyler Matzek comes out of a tough situation. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Score is the same. 1-0 Braves. 2 half innings to go. 2 half innings to go. So coming up for the Braves in the bottom half of the inning, it's Jorge Soler, Adam Duvall, and Travis d'Arnaud. When the top half of the ninth comes, it's Alex Bregman, Yordan Alvarez, and Carlos Correa. So pretty interesting set of hitters for both sides. So let's see if they got a new pitcher coming in. Kendall Graveman will come in for the Atlanta Braves. Atlanta Braves. I'm getting tired, obviously. 1-0 for the Astros. Kendall Graveman is 1-0, 1.13 ERA, 7 games, 8 innings pitched, 7 strikeouts, 5-1, 1.77 ERA, 53 games, 10 saves, 56 innings pitched, and 61 strikeouts in the regular season 2021. So we got 2 half innings left to play. Be here for it. And here's Jorge Soler against Graveman. Pitches up high. The count is 1-0. Here's the pitch to Soler. Ground ball. What a play by Correa from the outfield grass. Throw to first. What a play. 1 out. Up at the plate now is Adam Duvall. Yeah, MLB.com is not updating. They still say that Jason Castro's up at the plate, so that's Has my thing been on mute the whole time? I swear to God, if it has been. With that being said, guys, I don't know if you could hear me the last inning. Hopefully you could be able to, but that was weird. That was weird. But that being said, guys, if you couldn't hear me, I apologize. With that being said, peace out. See you later, guys. Have a good night, and we will see you soon.